Thought I'd break from my regular format here because I'm not having very good luck with these mods that I was going to add to the car here. I was going to go through and show kind of the walkthrough, setting everything up with the gyro is how I started. That ended up being terrible. Didn't work hardly at all with these electronics. It might work better with a different, if you add your own electronics, or could work better with on this car, but I haven't tried it. I'll show the footage here. It just shook uncontrollably. No matter the settings I did, I couldn't get it to work well with here. So I just went back to the Dasmikro V5. Works fine every time. Then I put the front coilovers on and the rear, and they were massively too tall and extremely hard. So I had to trim them using the snippers, and now it's barely off the ground. The front is fine, but I had to trim the rears, and they don't want to stay in the shock anymore for it to sit on. So it just goes all the way up to the top. So I don't think they're any better than the torsion bar. Worked just fine before. I drove it around a little bit. I don't really notice much difference. I think you'd be fine just loosening these up like I've shown in other videos. Let's see, the metal hexes though, I do like these. These turned out pretty nice. They get rid of a little bit of the slop and they tighten things up. They look good too. So I was happy with those. The wheels I really like. They are curved and a little bit smaller than the wheels that come with the RX-7. These give a little too much grip. So on the surface that I drift on, I really like these ones. So I'd recommend getting these new updated ones. I believe the Miata comes with these ones, but for the RX-7 I had to buy these separately. I thought these were going to improve the experience, but they didn't really. They were just kind of a pain to put in. Oh yeah, one more thing. The differential. It looks like it's a ball diff, but it just tightens together with like a Loctite screw, so it's just a lock diff. I tried to like loosen it up like you would on a ball diff, and it just would come apart and then the car wouldn't move. So I just have it fully tight now, and it's like you don't need that. You can just, if it's just a spool again, a locked diff, just keep the one that comes with it, so you don't need the metal gear. So I don't know. In other words, I was mostly disappointed with the stuff I put on. So because I'm back to this, there's no reason to use a different one. These work fine, these are the best working ones for the stock electronics. Like I said earlier, this could work better on a different car, but it doesn't work well with what comes on the LDRC. Back to the ball diff. So I have an RMX 110 scale car, and this has a ball diff in the back. See how when I turn this wheel, the other one's turning the opposite direction. So it helps when pulling out of corners and getting a little more speed. So I know how to adjust it, but it doesn't want to work. So I'd save your money. Just get the tried and true Dasmikro. The wheels, I'd recommend getting the wheels. The hexes are nice too. You could get those. Coilovers, or the shocks and springs, I'd probably just skip. And that metal gear diff thing in the back, I would skip that as well. But this one has stock angle too though, so it could use more angle. But that's something I can add later. But as soon as you add more, look, it might hit this anyway, as soon as that wheel turns further. So, I don't know. This was kind of a disappointing video to make, but I thought I'd put it out here just to let everyone know. So you don't waste your own money and waste your time trying to put them in and having a bad experience. So, if you have a car, if there's one thing you need to do, just put a new gyro on it. That's all you need to do.